Hey, it is time for us, you and me, to go flying. So hopping back, we're in our little glider and we are going flying today. Here's how that works. You jump in right behind me. I'm in the front and I'm flying. First, we got to do our checklist. First thing we check is our altimeter. Make sure that our seatbelts are on. I'll ask you, make sure that your seatbelts are on. Okay, we close the canopy. Make sure the canopy is locked. We sure don't want that flying. We check the controls to make sure that the controls are working really good. And we check to make sure that the ground guy, the guy that's outside, has hooked our cable up because we're going to be towed up into the air. The only other thing I check is to make sure that my dive brakes are working. We're going to need those if we're going to land. And then we check to make sure that we're taking off into the wind. So are you ready? Here we go. So the next thing I do is I waggle my little tail with my rudder pedals, and oh my gosh, here we go. I hold the wing up into the wind, and we're right behind the tow plane, and holy smokes, here we are off the ground just a little bit before the tow plane. Now we're right behind that tow plane, and we are going up into the air. You can look around as we're kind of bumping around behind the tow plane. We're turning around the airport, and now he has taken us up to about 6,000 feet. We disengage and off we go. And now we are gliding around, just you and me. And as we're gliding around, as you can see, this is kind of what it looks like behind me. But as we're gliding around, we find some lift and we turn into it, and we turn and we turn and we turn. And we have now gone up to 8,000 feet. Now, the reason that I bring this up is because A, it is fun. It is so fun to go gliding. But the other reason that I bring it up is because this series of videos is going to cover some very important things that I've learned about life by flying airplanes, specifically the glider airplane. So here is lesson 1. The very first thing that I want to teach you about gliding and life is this, is that for us to go up into the air and glide, we need the help of somebody else. In other words, for me to go airborne, I've got to have a tow plane to tow my glider up to an altitude where once I release, then I have enough altitude to search around and fly around under my own power, or under the power of the lift that is provided in the air. Now, one of the reasons I bring that up is because just like life, one of the things that I have found is that once you're born into this spiritual world as an earthling wearing your earth suit and you're out doing the things that you want to do, one of the things I've found is that we too have to get a lift up in life. So when we're born, we have parents and we have teachers, and somewhere along the line, probably between 10 and 20, maybe you fly on your own. So lesson 1, you need help to fly on your own. Now, the second thing that I have learned, lesson 2 in the land of gliders, is this, is that there is lift. When we dropped off and we started soaring around, we were looking for a spot where the air is rising. We call that lift. Once we find it, we circle around in it, and that's how we got up from 6,000 to 8,000 feet. Just like life, don't you think? Because there are people around you that are mentors, that are friends, they may be parents or teachers. Those are the people that are lifting you up in life. And one of the things that we know from gliding is that you want to slow down and stay in that lift as long as possible. So, again, lifting in life, just like your friends, mentors, and teachers, you want to, when you come into the forces of lift, people are lifting you up, slow down, sit back, and enjoy the ride. You want to stay there as long as possible. Okay, ready for number 3? Number 3. The third thing that I learned in gliding is not only is there air that lifts up, but there is air that drops. Dropping air is called sink. And so what happens is although some air is going up, other air is going down. And if you fly your glider into the sink, we are going to go down faster. Not good in a glider. Generally, our goal was to go up and stay up. So here's what I learned from gliding. Whenever we hit sinking air, then the thing we do is we speed up and we get out of that sinking air as quickly as we can. Now think about that when you're talking about life. There are negative people in life that are pulling you down. And the lesson here is that when you encounter those negative people, or it could be just your thoughts are negative, and if you encounter negative thoughts, you want to speed up and get out of there as soon as you can. Lesson 4 in life. The fourth thing that I've learned is that in still air, so we've talked about rising air and falling air, so we've got thermals and we've got sink. But what about just normal air? Normal air that's just not going up or down. Well, here's another interesting thing. If we fly up and get towed up by our friends to a certain altitude and we drop off and we start flying around and the air is dead calm, guess what? Slowly but surely, we drop down and eventually, hopefully on the airport, land on the airport. But without lift, you are going to slowly spiral down. So what does that mean in life? That means that if you went to school, you turned 18 and you went out into the world and you're in still air, you're not really looking for lift, you're not growing, you're not learning, then slowly but surely you are going to go down. One of the things I know for sure is that you're either going up or you're going down. Lessons to know from gliding. It's fabulous that you're here with me learning these lessons, and I want you to know that here's another interesting saying. Inspiration without taking action is merely entertainment. So it is entertaining to listen to me and hear all the fun that I've had in gliding and all the other things that happen on our website and our Facebook page. But if that doesn't spur you to take some action, then it's merely just fun entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm guessing that if you're following me on my Facebook page or you like me, then I think what is probably happening in your mind is that you, like everybody else, wants to grow. We want to lift. I am here to lift you up. My channel, my Facebook page, my website, laurameekscoach.com, my blogs, my products, everything that I have is designed to lift you up, just like my glider goes in thermal air. So I'm here to help you. If you desire to get back in my glider and fly with me and go up, then I would suggest going to laurameekscoach.com. Follow us on Facebook, Laura Meeks Coach, and that will give you the inspiration and the lift. But then remember, if you need to take action, sometimes taking action means you're going to need some help. I think, although many people think they can read a book and learn from that, and I do learn from that, but to really take action, for you to really change your life, I think for you to really change your life, you're going to need people, mentors, that can help you, hold you accountable, build you up when you're feeling weak. It's very hard to pull yourself out of a negative hole by yourself. Some people can do it. I'm learning. I'm getting better. But I do think there comes a time, and when that time comes, come over to laurameekscoach.com. I also do speaking engagements, so there's a tab for that on my site. But I do coaching, both group coaching and personal one-on-one coaching. So once you need that lift, that personal lift to take action, laurameekscoach.com. Contact me now. Push the button now. It's been a joy. The light in me sees the light in you. Have a great day.